Where'd the berries go?
Cold! Good morning, friends. Today we are saying some goodbyes to some of our farm animals. So come along, we'll tell you guys all the updates for who's here and who's going. But first, it's mulberry season and we have some mulberries to pick. So when we moved to this property like 4 years ago, we planted a couple of really tiny, mulberry sticks. And so we have had some really good growth in those last few years, but we cannot wait for these to be huge, mature trees, and we will get gallons and gallons of mulberries. But for today, we get a handful every day, and that's pretty awesome.
Well, Tobias.
Do you have some mulberries?
And I was somehow
Good job, Cutie Pie.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, you guys need me to bend it down?
Nope. Yes.
Be careful, girly. All right. You guys get all the So in all honesty, very few mulberries ever actually make it to the house. They mostly get eaten right here by the trees. But I think that's great. What better food to feed your family than some literally fresh as you can get it straight off the tree berries? Like, that's the best snack there is. All right, so understanding our priorities in having animals is important to understanding why we would ever let animals go. Our primary focus here on our farm is not to have animals and raise our own meat, though those are really awesome things. Our primary goal are these people back here. They are what is most important to us as we're doing our farming, because they are what is most important to our family to be raising up well. And so what that means is we like animals that first of all feed our family well, which is why we have the livestock that we have, is to feed our family. But it's also just to create a really great environment for our kiddos. And so what that means is we need safe animals. Are they all gone?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Renette, where did the mulberries go? Where'd the berries go? Did you eat the berries? Berries, they're all gone. Now, safe is certainly a subjective term, because as long as you have a really great fence between the animal and the person, that person is safe. Think about lions at the zoo. The zoo has lions that would love to eat people, and yet we safely go every day to the zoo. And so there are ways to be safe with any animal. But what I'm talking about is I want our kids to have the freedom to be up close and personal with anything. Yes, I can hold that. With anything that is on our farm, without ever having to have fear that that animal could, have an accident, could have aggression, and a kid could get hurt. You're king of the hill. I'm taking a picture right now. My husband and I decided pretty early on in our parenting journey that we never wanted to be parents who are, the term is helicopter. We never want to be parents who are constantly hovering over our kids, worried about things. We really like giving our kids freedom to be independent and learn from just experiences in life. Now that said, there are a lot of things where we want to shelter them until they're older. But when it comes to living on a farm and getting to play outside, we really wanted that sort of thing to be free reign. We kind of like the idea of these, feral farm children. So then the implications of that are, if we're going to let our kids run around and be free outside, I need to make sure that they're going to be okay if they were to, go play with the goats or go play with our other animals. Which is where we get to saying goodbyes. We decided that with our current age of kids, we really can't justify having large animals with, I have a 1-year-old. My 1-year-old cannot go into the pig pen safely. our pigs have never shown an ounce of aggression because they're Maishons, and Maishons are the sweetest pigs that there are. But all the same, our boars, some weigh close to 500 pounds. And so it wouldn't take aggression for a kid to get hurt, especially, a 1-year-old. It would just take confusion or stress from that animal, and a kid could get really, really hurt. So the conclusion that we came to is, for this season of our lives, we don't think it's a good plan for us to have the pigs. And I am devastated about it, you guys, because we adore our Maishon pigs. But we just really were feeling the burden of not being able to bring our kiddos with us as we were doing things with the pigs. Anytime we do fun things with the goats, the kids are right here with us, as you can see from what we're doing literally right now as we play with the goats. But whenever we were doing projects with the pigs, we would have to ask somebody to watch the kids, or we'd turn on the television. And that's not how we want our family to operate. We want our family to be together, doing all these fun outdoor things together. I want our kids to experience all the things that we're doing, not sit in front of the television. And so with that, we really decided, for this season, pigs are out. Are those your pretty babies? So we were super, super sad about that, but we've been able to find some really awesome homes for our pigs. And with the stipulation that come another, 3-4 years, when our kiddos are a little bit older, I want to buy piglets from them so that I can get some of my stock back, or at least, the same lines, because we had amazing pigs and I adored them, and I want to have their babies whenever we get back into Maishons. Bye, you guys. See you later. So where it currently stands, we still have Katara, who just had a litter of piglets. We're waiting on those to get weaned and then off to their new homes. And then Katara, and we have one more boar who are going to probably go off as a pair together to another farm. I don't have a farm picked out for them yet, but hopefully we'll find somebody really good soon. But then we will be piglets, which is really, really sad. So we're kind of on the fence at the moment if we're going to keep a couple of feeders. Feeders tend to not really need a whole lot of work, as opposed to like breeding stock, where you're going to be in the pen constantly making sure they are friendly and they're in just tip-top health. Feeders are a little more throw some feed out and kind of let them go for a bit. So we're thinking we may hang on to them and do a couple of feeders, just so we have some pork for the freezer to last us for a couple of years. So with that sort of change, our farm animals will be a lot fewer. We're still going to have the goats because, you know what? They are incredibly safe with the kiddos. I can have my 1-year-old running around with the goats in their pen and never have any concern that somebody's going to get hurt. Because, one, goats just really don't have a lot of aggression typically. And two, those hoofs are a lot smaller, that body mass is a lot smaller, and just the potential for mistakes or accidents is a lot less with a small animal like a goat. So saying goodbye is never, ever an easy thing, but we are excited about the knowledge that we'll be able to get back into pigs again one day. And for the time being, we get to enjoy all our wonderful goats. Careful, they might chew that hair right off. Oh my, they're chewing your hair off, girlie.
Really?
Yeah.
My hair's
Yuck. Look how gross that hair is. Yuck, girl.
Cold. Well, I was planning to take a shower anyway.
Well, now we'll definitely take a shower. You gonna climb? You're a good climber. Are you petting Sunny? Sunny's a good girl. We've also been thinning the goat herd quite a bit this year because we really just accumulated way too many goats last fall. We had a really awesome deal from just a friend, a breeder we had gotten another goat from, who unfortunately had a medical diagnosis that made it impossible for her to keep her goats. And so we took on all of her goats, and that's how we got all of these bred mamas that, were back to back babies, which we loved. It was so great to get some really great registered does from phenomenal milking lines. And so we've kept quite a few of those, but a couple of them are out the door. One's already gone, Lacey with her babies, and then Sylvie will be going soon. Now, both of those girls, we are keeping one of their kiddos to be a future breeder. So we're still hanging on to those good lines, but I just have too many to milk in the mornings right now. So all that to say, we have a lot fewer animals here on the farm, but it's always for good reasons. So it's always hard to say goodbye to any animals because, I mean, even the ones we're raising for meat, we really love and enjoy having them around. And so it's hard to say goodbye. But the priority on our farm is not the animals. It really is not. It's the kiddos that we're raising. And so they come first and we make decisions based on what's best for them, not necessarily for the animals. They're second for sure, but those kiddos are first. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have an excellent day and we can't wait to see you in the next video. You want to say bye to the people?
Bye-bye, boo-boo.
That's right.
Bye-bye, boo-boo. Bye-bye, boo-boo. Bye! Bye!
You two are adorable.